Can I say something about a listing I put on yesterday?
Sure.
So I was very skeptical about putting the listing on and not having people go in or see it. I actually had 2 Zoom meetings last night with 2 separate sets of buyers and their agents. I actually feel that, so my seller was on the call as well, walking around the house with his camera. I actually felt that the people saw more detail of the house than if they just went to an open house. And I think they say typically an open house, a buyer is in there for about 7 minutes. We were on the calls for a good 30 minutes. And the seller walked them through every little nook and cranny as I narrated or directed the whole conversation, pointing out things that were wrong with the house that I probably would not have pointed out if they came to an open house. Little blemishes on the floor or a crack in the window. The 2 sets of buyers were so excited after they had the Zoom meeting. And today we have 2 exterior showings for those buyers there. I was very specific. I said, do not knock on the door. Do not approach the house. They're going to see the exterior of the house, the lot. They were super, super excited. Both agents did text me back and say that was the best showing we've ever had. So it's not for everybody. I've told that to the people. I've told them that they are not even to go into the house with the home inspection. I said, if I have to sit outside the house for 2 hours to make sure you don't go in, I will do that. At first, one of the agents had emailed me, asked me if they could go see it, and I told him no, what our policy was. And then the buyer themselves called me, which I didn't connect the buyer with that agent at first. But at first, they were actually very irate with me. How are we supposed to buy this house not seeing it? As I explained more and more that we're trying to be part of the solution and not the problem, they totally calmed down and were in agreement with it. And like I said, both parties were very excited through the showings. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but that was more than I expected to get yesterday than not having any showings at all.
We needed to record that, Lauren. Great.
Actually, my husband's over here with his camera recording me. I don't know why.
Oh, that's great. Great, we want it.
So that was my success story with my 2 virtual showings.
We have to adapt and we have to do it right. And we, as Lauren just said, we don't want to be part of the problem. And this, as you all know, this virus is very, very contagious. It's very, very dangerous. And we have to do our part not to spread it.
May I ask you a question, Lauren?
Yes.
I heard a little bit about the exterior photos. Did you have interior photos done professional, or was this just pure video from your seller?
No, my seller, so my photographer canceled on Tuesday. My sellers took their photos. Becca lightened them up. So we don't have a ton of photos online, maybe 20, but they actually did a great job taking the photos. They had a sketch that was done from a prior appraisal, which I don't know what they used, what type of program they used, because the appraisal was just the outside of the house. They went in and did floor plans from that. So we had floor plans. And today it's an exterior showing where they're going to walk the outside of the property.
Great. I apologize if you already said that. My son
I don't think I said all of that, but no, that's totally fine.
That was a heartening, wonderful story. That is brokerage at its best. You said a lot of things there, I think, that should lift people up. It can be done. It's different, but the way that you guided them through a call with the buyer and their agent, magnificent. Showing blemishes that you might never have done. People feeling like they had one of the best showings they've ever had in this house. This is the new way of doing real estate, and you have exemplified that, Lauren. So thank you for being out on the front line in this new world for this weekend. We're learning a lot, and this intel over this next weekend and all virtual is going to be very helpful. Do you have an offer deadline, Lauren?
I do. They were the ones that wanted to do Friday the 10th, but I talked to them yesterday, so we did put the deadline in for Tuesday at noon. One of the agents did text me saying that he was writing up an offer and they were going to submit it after the exterior showing. I naturally did not tell my sellers that, because just in case it doesn't happen. But I don't think it, like, my sellers are young, tech savvy. I don't think it's for every seller. They've been fabulous with going above and beyond with everything that they've been doing.
Awesome. That was great.